Hello everyone, this is Defense Politics Asia, and this is the summary for the day of 246 for the 27th of October. And we'll start off with as usual. And before I start, I want to tell you guys, please go and subscribe to the DPA War channel. You can find this channel in the description below. I will drop it there, and I need you guys to go and subscribe over there, because all the quick updates will be there, so don't say I did not tell you. And let's start off with the Mykolaiv Front. So at the Mykolaiv Front, there is fighting reported at Ternovy Pody, according to the Russian Defense Ministry, where they said that the Ukrainians launched an attack with a reinforced company tactical group against Ternovy Pody. So this fight did not seems to yield result, but this is the first battle in a long time over this region, because usually the Ukrainians attack at Pravdany, and this time round we see battle at Ternovy Pody. And that's all from the Mykolaiv Front. Over at the Kherson Front, or the Kherson Front, or the Kherson Front, or the Kherson Front, and at the Kherson Front there is fighting reported at according to the Russian Defense Ministry, they call it in the direction of Mala Alexandrivka. So where is Mala Alexandrivka? Is over here, and it's a bit weird because of the way how they write it. But most likely is actually maybe from the direction of Mala Alexandrivka towards the Russian lines. And talking about the Russian lines, so the Russian line has been updated. If you can read, if you see this now, this is Davidiv Brid. You can see that the lines is now a lot more ahead than it used to be. This is because the Russian Defense Ministry's mapping actually kind of updated, and it actually shows that the line is a lot straighter and all the way stretching to Davidiv Brid. So all the way stretches to Davidiv Brid. And the only difference from my mapping here now compared to the Russian Defense Ministry is actually that I have this pop-up at Trifonivka. And otherwise, there is no other fighting reported in this region, as the Ukrainian forces is actually doing their regrouping after multiple offensives have not yield results. So there is reinforcement reported at Davidiv Brid, and there is reinforcement reported at Chevonnet. And there is also reinforcement reported at Novo Alexandrivka. And according to the Ukrainian Defense Ministry and Air Force, they have shot down two Ka-52 helicopters, attack helicopters, and one Sukhoi 25 attack ground support aircraft. That's all from the Kherson Front. For those that really want to read all these sources, you can actually find the map at the description below. So I like this 3D map. So moving on to the Zaporizhzhia Line. So in case you guys are lost, welcome to Ukraine. This is Zaporizhzhia region. So over at the Zaporizhzhia region, there is a Ukrainian Mi-8 getting shot down over Novotroitsky. Novotroitsky is actually here. Is shot down by the Russian Air Force, so probably by an air-to-air missile. And over at the very end of the Zaporizhzhia line, there is fighting reported at Vremivka, according to the Ukrainian Defense Ministry. And this continues to is a continuation of this seemingly low-level fighting around this region of Velika Novosilka region here. So from our understanding is that there is the Russians are holding the high ground. So if this is Vremivka, right? So let me see. So let's say let's go to Vremivka. Okay. So looking ahead, you can see that there's this high ground in this region. So the high ground in this region, this area here is actually controlled by the Russian forces. So the Russian forces is around here. They are holding on the high ground, and they are trying to attack Vremivka. You can see there's no more high ground around here, so maybe it's here also. It could be that. It could be this. It could be this area here as well. So Vremivka is in a valley towards the river, and this entire area here is all high ground. So perhaps so the Russians are actually holding the high ground at this moment. So the fighting seems to suggest that this is continuing to be the case. If you can let me see, this is very old information. So anyway, that's all from the Zaporizhzhia line. Cool, right? 3D can now see the terrain. You know, previously I have to open a separate Google Map to actually see this. So over at the Donetsk Front, so you know, Donetsk Front around here. At the Donetsk Front, there is fighting reported as usual at Mykolaiv, and there is fighting reported at Marinka. So there is no other specific information about the fighting around here. There is fighting reported at Krasnohorivka, and over at the Pisky region, in case you guys this is Pisky, and in the Pisky area here, fighting continues to at Nevelsky, where the Russians continue to try to capture this region here, and there is also continued fighting over for Pervomaisky. And according to the latest report, in case you missed the last summary, the Russian forces are already fighting within Vodian, and they are getting very close to Opaine. So that's all from the Pisky region here. And according to the Ukrainian Defense Ministry, they have this very weird report of fighting at Yakovlivka. So according to Russian sources, Spartak is definitely under Russian control according to the Russian side. So for the Ukrainians to say that they actually repulsed an attack on Yakovlivka is kind of weird. So not sure what is this story all about. And previously the Ukrainians also say weird things like they have control over Spartak, and because they say they were fighting over there, they defended there, and they also defended Vasily. But Vasily has proven to be wrong, to be invalidated. Spartak, we are still not so sure, and because we haven't seen images or videos or photos over there. So now we have Yakovlivka. So this weird this start to evolve into some kind of a hippo. You see the hippo head and the legs, and the butt here. Yeah, I'm not sure why is this happening. So anyway, and then there is also fighting at Bakhmutivka, according to the Ukrainian Defense Ministry, and this goes against the tide of war in this region, because the Russians previously was reported to be fighting at Karamik and Novokalinove. In fact, this information was also reported by the Ukrainian Defense Ministry themselves. So for now, they say that they are fighting at Bakhmutivka. They defended attacks against this region. So this is kind of weird. So not sure what is this all about. And there is nothing else over at the New York region. In case you guys see this New York. So this New York city. And that's all from the Donetsk Front. Over at the Bakhmut Front is around here. This is Bakhmut Front. At the Bakhmut Front, there's fighting reported at Mayosk. There's fighting reported at Zelenopillya. Around here, just next to Kupyansk. So they are just next to each other. I don't even know why there's a separate name for it. And there's fighting and reported at Andriivka. So I never noticed there was this small little village here called Andriivka. I previously, entered this information of fighting at Andriivka in the wrong location. I put it all the way in Kharkiv region, all the way up north here. So apparently there is the Andriivka here after I saw a different map by another pro-Russian source, and then they actually wrote Andriivka in Russian. In the map, I was like, huh? Andriivka is there? So then we noticed that it's actually this little place here. So the fighting here, you can see Andriivka is on the uphill, so might not be so easy to fight, as the Russian forces have to go downhill, down towards the river. Or is this a river? No, this is a railway station, a railway line. So they have to go downhill a bit, and then they have to go up. So might be a little bit challenging. But Yeah, but they have done so much, so maybe it's not a problem. There is fighting reported at Ivanrad, continues to be reported there. According to, I think, this this is no this is this one reported by War Gonzo that the Ukrainians are fighting at Ivanrad, and there is fighting reported continues to be reported at Bakhmut, fighting at Bakhmut on the eastern side, and there is continued fighting, of course, at Bakhmutske and Solida as usual. So that's all from the Bakhmut front. A lot of words start to come up. And moving on to the Siversk Front. At the Siversk Front, the Russian forces is currently attacking Bilohorivka. This is a pretty difficult region. As you can see, the terrain. There's a high hill region around here, which we are not sure who actually holding it, because there's very little report on the specifics on the tactical situation over in this region. But this entire area here is actually not so easy to fight. So it's just a continuation of the tough fighting in this region. And on the northern side of the Siversk Front, both sides are claiming that they are actually defending. According to pro-Russian source Ryba, they said that the Russian forces is defending against a Ukrainian attack, but the Ukrainian Defense Ministry actually reports that they actually defended against a Russian attack. So not sure who is actually telling the truth, or or they actually hold half the town each. That could also be a case. And that's all from the Siversk Front. And over at the Lyman-Kreminna Front. So in the Lyman-Kreminna Front region, there is fighting reported at Toske, and there is this. So this is as usual. The Russian forces is actually holding the outskirt of Toske. Actually, they have no control over the Toske itself. They are on the outskirt, and the Ukrainians are trying to push out while the Russians are trying to push in. This is the situation over at Toske, and so of course there is all this conflicting or disputes over who is controlling Terny and Yampolivka, and there is this information coming from military chronicles previously that they have captured Nevsky. However, we do have this information from the Ministry of Defense of Russia saying that there is an attack towards Chervonopopivka from just towards Chervonopopivka. And so we are not exactly sure where exactly was the fighting here, because they said towards, but towards can be here, 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 can be here. So not so sure where exactly this is. So we shall see how this goes. Anyway, this is not supposed to be red color because it's on the 26th. Forgot to change the colors. And that's all from the Kreminna Lyman Front. And moving up to the Sviatove region, there is no fighting reported around this region. Yesterday's major fight, the report of the major fighting seems to be seems to take the wind out of the Ukrainian forces. So there is no fighting reported here, but there is still fighting over in the Kupyansk Front region. At the Kupyansk, this is Kupyansk city. I put this cross right in the place where the word Kupyansk didn't come out. Let me see how I can get it come out. No, there's no way to get it to come out. So anyway, there's this at the Kupyansk Front. The Ukrainians continue to attack Khyslivka, Olyanske, Mykolaivska, and they are in a wide attack around this region. So I think moving in, you can see that it's a bit hilly. You can see it's a bit hilly, and but it's also rather flat as well. So moving along the road can be quite dangerous, I guess, because it can be struck from afar. Not an easy place to fight, I think. Let's say anything about Mykolaivka. So Mykolaiv is also there is some high grounds and low grounds around. So if I'm the Russians, I'll probably have some some defense around the high ground here, overlooking the town. So that could be the case. So anyway, this is the Kupyansk Front, where the Ukrainians are still pushing towards this line here, trying to get into the Luhansk People's Republic region. So, and that's all for the report. That's all. That's everything for the 24th. Sorry, for the 246th day, 27th of October. So as I just now mentioned, please do subscribe to this channel if you haven't, and do subscribe to the DPA War channel, the new channel. You can find it on the channel page, in the channels of the channel page. I don't know how do you call it. And or you can just go to the description below in this video. There's the link there. Do subscribe over there, because all the quick updates will be there, so don't miss anything. And I will see you in the next update.